Los Angeles International Airport will now have a terminal specifically for the rich and famous, so they don't have to deal with us minions, okay? Basically what it does is it helps to separate celebrities who don't want to be bogged down by those asking for their autographs or a picture with them. LAX said that the new 43,750-foot terminal, which will be built and run by celebrity security firm Gavin DeBecker and Associates, will bring an additional revenue of $3.7 million in the first year and $34 million over the 10-year lease. It will cost $1,500 to $1,800 per trip to use the new terminal, which will include exclusive lounges, dedicated catering, and separate security and border checkpoints. When it's time to board, guests will be driven directly to their plane. The plans promise that guests using the new terminal will have to walk about 60 steps compared to as many as 2,200 from street to plane seat via the public terminals. Okay, so there are all these perks and benefits to it, but the biggest perk is that celebrities don't have to deal with us, right? By the way, I never really understood running up to people and asking for their autographs. Like, just, what are you gonna do with their autograph?
That's what I do all the time. It's cool though because it won't be completed until 2200. So like
Yeah.
I mean, are they done renovating LAX? Is that still a thing?
Well, no, the construction vehicles are in the loop. It's just going to take them 150 years to get around to the new terminal, actually.
Okay, so believe it or not, the part of this story that actually stood out to me the most was the whole thing about like you'll only have to walk 60 steps. So there's like this war against walking in America right now that I have a huge problem with, okay? Because we're fat, let's keep it real, and we get no physical activity anyway because we're constantly sitting at a desk. And so I'm seeing like these devices all over the place where it's like those two wheels and you just like
hoverboard.
The hoverboard thing. I want to outlaw them.
I saw a guy riding something where he was sitting on a seat and it had a little pole that goes up between his legs and he holds it there and it's just one wheel underneath. And he's riding down the street.
No, that's
on one wheel.
A Segway. Isn't that a Segway?
No, it wasn't a Segway.
Segways have two wheels.
Yeah.
Oh, they do?
This is just literally, it's a unicycle, basically.
I saw it on a wheel, this tall.
Yeah.
I
and
was
he's
like,
going down
I
the
want to shake
street.
his hand, but I couldn't catch up to him.
So the thing that disappoints me about this is that when I think of Hollywood celebrities, I think of luxury and they're rich and they're powerful and they're well connected. And they still have to walk 60 feet. Like literally, even in Game of Thrones, they put them on those things and they carry them. Like you don't have servants who can carry you the 60 feet. How rich are you?
Why do we have this like weird negative reaction to walking?
And then we're supposed to feel bad about not walking with the Fitbits. Like, walk, don't walk. What am I supposed to do?
The tiny amount of physical activity that's required to just live is now somehow being like
But celebrities
stopped.
burn more calories.
No, they do.
When you're that good looking and famous.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. Part of being famous is having the peons cower before you.
Yeah.
Like how are you supposed to do that when you're a jet setter because everyone else is like, you know?
There's probably still a hierarchy though.
now.
Because you walk in there and you're not an A-list celebrity, you are still probably bowing down when like Charlie Sheen walks by or something.
Right. That's what I was thinking. I was thinking, so will like Terminal A be for the A-listers and Terminal B is like all the Days of Our Lives stars and then like C is,
Like Cyndi Lauper?
Exactly.
All the C's. It's going to be amazing when this finally is developed and a whole bunch of celebrities are going to be like, oh good, finally. I don't have to deal with all these people. And they go to use it and they're like, sorry, you're not famous enough. That's going to be a wake-up call for a whole lot of people in music and movies.
But here's the thing, like I haven't read anything that bars non-famous people from using it. I think it's all about the money. Like if you have the $1,800 to fly out of this specific terminal or to enjoy this specific terminal, I'm sure they'll allow you to do it, right?
It's the 1%.
Yeah, it is the 1%. It's more about rich people than famous people. It's just that LA happens to have the majority of famous people and they'll probably take the most advantage of it.
They don't have chopper services here? Helicopters? In New York, they have helicopters over to JFK.
Oh, do they really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you know, Brian, who's the guy? Matt Lauer gets helicoptered in 3 times a week. That's in his contract from his Hamptons farm. He has stables out there for horses. So in his contract, he gets $25 million a year plus. They have to fly him in 3 times a week in a helicopter to Manhattan. But 2 times a week he has to drive.
That's true. Yeah, the good thing about a deal like that is that then as a journalist, someone who's supposed to reveal what's going on, perhaps question those in authority, you won't feel any need to just go along to get along because you don't have anything to lose.
Yeah, that's right.
Exactly.